Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my review on the last 3 episodes of Star Wars Visions. Episode 7 was called The Elder, and it's about a Jedi Master and his Padawan, Dan, who go to the Outer Rim, and the Jedi Master senses a disturbance in the Force, so they land on a planet nearby. They mention that it's been hundreds of years since the Sith were around, so the episode clearly takes place before the Phantom Menace. They arrive at the planet and they hear about an old man that went to the mountains. They split up and the Padawan goes to the mountains because he thinks it's only an old man, so if he finds him, he can handle him. The Jedi Master finds a Sith ship while exploring around the village, and the Padawan finds a dead animal with a clean lightsaber because so he knows that the man they're looking for is clearly a dark side Force user. The man shows up and he fights Dan and injures him. I really liked the fight, I thought it was lots of fun, and the dialogue with the old man was really good too. Dan is then injured, and the old man stands there waiting for the Jedi Master, knowing he's coming because he senses that his Padawan is in pain. They fight, and it was a really good fight. It was a lot of fun. The old man even used Force lightning. He mentioned how he wasn't actually a Sith because he used to be a Sith, which is like a tease to Darth Maul showing up, which is like obviously this episode takes place a long time before that. Anyway, the old man seems to be as good as the Jedi Master, and the Jedi Master comments that how equal they are in fighting skills, only for the old man to be distracted by Dan, who's on the side, is still injured, using his lightsaber to throw him off. So then the Jedi Master kills him, but when he dies, he manages to blow his ship up so that they can't find any more clues. I really liked the episode, and the message at the end with the humble Jedi Master saying that if the dark side Force user who was once a Sith was actually at full power and not as old as he was, having lived as long as he had, he may have actually beaten him. The characters remind me of Qui-Gon and young Obi-Wan from episode 1 of The Phantom Menace, and I really wanted more episodes like it because I really enjoyed their dynamic. Episode 8 was called Lop and Ocho. It starts with an escaped former Empire labourer called Lop, who is found by a girl called Ocho and her dad. Ocho convinces him to adopt her because she's an orphan. Then, 7 years later, Ocho and her dad are arguing about the Empire. Ocho thinks she knows what's best, but her dad is against the Empire, and Ocho ends up leaving her planet to join the Empire. Another time jump happens, and the dad is now old and gives Lop a lightsaber. Turns out his ancestor was given one by a dying Jedi and was passed down through their family through generations. He goes to meet Ocho, who has returned, and Lop arrives later and watches Ocho fight her dad. She ends up blinding him, and Lop and Ocho start fighting. Ocho damages Lop's droid, and Lop manages to knock her off a platform, but she lands on a ship and manages to escape. This was a fascinating story about how different people from the same family view the Empire and how it affects them. Ocho loses herself to her views of the Empire and loses her family. She feels betrayed about Lop getting the lightsaber after she joined the Empire to try and save her planet. Episode 9 is called Akakiri. A Jedi goes back to a planet to save his forbidden love, the princess, saying he had to come back when he heard about the king. He meets the princess who was exiled when the king's sister killed the king to take over, and she is actually a Sith Lord. There's a fun journey with two old men who help them sneak back into the city. There's a flashback showing the Jedi and Princess's relationship and how she wants to bring peace and stability to everyone. But he can't help her because he's a Jedi. The Sith Lord fights the Jedi and the Princess is taken. The Jedi can't beat her because he's having visions of someone dying. Nothing is predestined, the Jedi says, when the Sith Lord tells him he will join her in the end. He's tricked into killing the princess by the Sith Lord, so he saves her by submitting and joining the dark side and healing her with the Sith Lord. They formed a dyad, which is some sort of special Force connection to save her, according to the episode description on Wikipedia. This episode was a dark short story that echoed Anakin's fall to the dark side because of his relationship with Padme and the visions he has in Revenge of the Sith as he's trying to change what he thinks is the future based on what his visions are showing him, only to fail and fall to the dark side. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon, so like and subscribe.